Just a quick video on my Zforce 800EX 2021. I've had it a year and I thought I'd do a quick review to let you know how it did and how it performed, the things I liked and the things I didn't like. I bought it in Mayo, Michigan. When I picked it up, it was full of gas and clean. The bolts were all tight. The only thing that wasn't was the fuel pump. So if you buy one of these things, I would suggest you check the fuel pump and make sure that the ring that holds it down is tight, because I've heard a lot of people say that they had a problem with that. And you just tighten it up, because it'll leak gas when you fill it up if you don't do that. Other than that, my main complaint would be the air cleaner. It is hard to get to, especially when you're my age and with arthritis. You have to go under the rear wheel here to get at it, and it's hard to get those snaps off. And where they have the intake right in the cabin, it gets a lot of dust. You have to clean that often. I'm going to reroute the intake when I get a chance. I just haven't done that. That'd be on this year's project list. The other thing that was I could use a little more leg room. I did unbolt the seat and drill a new hole and moved it back about 1 inch, and that did help. I'm about 6'1", and I could use another inch or two there, but that did help it. And the cabin heat is a problem, and most of that is because of what I'd done to it to fix another problem, which was mud coming up inside the cabin before I put those lower doors on. Other than that, it's a great machine. It runs good, has a lot of power, a lot of fun to ride, very comfortable inside. The seats are comfortable. It's not the quietest machine in the world, but it's not the noisiest either. And I've had a good year with it. Lots of fun, never left me in the woods and never left me stuck out there. So for that, I'm happy. The things that I have done to it, as you can see, I put the light bar on it. And what I did there, so I didn't have to drill a hole in the roof, is I bought this bar from this adapter here from Amazon, and then I made this little bracket, and that holds it out away from the roof, gives it plenty of room to stay cool, and I didn't have to drill a hole, and I just wired it back to the battery. Now CF Moto doesn't do a very good job of giving you a lot of places to hook into accessories, but that's not that big of a problem to overcome. The other thing that I had done is I had put on these doors, and I got them from Super ATV. Well, that's where I got them. I actually got them from Main Street Cycle in Mississippi. And you say, how in the world did you ever hear about a place in Mississippi from Michigan? Well, Steve from Redneck Garage, he has his website, and he does an awful lot of good work explaining things on the CF Moto. And if you ever need some advice on things to do in maintenance, check out his website. He does a great job. And what that does now, it prevents the mud from coming in and caking on your thigh. You see, it's kind of, you have to forgive the shadows here, but it does keep the mud from coming in, keeps the insides cleaner, but it also stops the airflow and makes the cabin somewhat warmer. I've got some fixes I'm going to try this summer to see if it helps. Now in the winter it feels good. You got to take the good with the bad. I did put some blinkers on it, or turn signals. This is another idea I got from Steve at Redneck Garage on how to do that. The price of it was under $50. When I first thought about doing it, I ordered the switch and the flasher from CF Moto. I could never get it to work. I couldn't get a good ground, and they would only work when the engine was running, and I'm not an electrician by any means, but when I finally decided to just take the simple route, and what Steve had suggested on Redneck Garage, if you want to know how I did it, you can go to his website and see. I did tie it in on the back to the tail light, so I didn't have to drill holes back here. I'll turn that on and show you how they work. I routed the switch right there, and there's my turn switch. I get it on the dash. I've got the lights on the dash. When you go to the back, it's integrated right into the tail light on the blinker. And in the front, I drill 2 holes and put it right there. I didn't put in the 4-way emergency flasher, but I don't need it. The other thing that I have done is, of course, the window. I put in the front window. I got that from Main Street Cycle. That's a Super ATV. Outstanding window, really. It goes in easy, it flips up, and that helps with the cabin heat. Open that up in the summertime. A really very good window, fits well, and good price too on it. I also put a rear view mirror in, and the rear window I got from Main Street Cycle also, and that's a 3-star window. It holds in there good. I've driven down the expressway with it on there. I didn't have any trouble. The storage compartment I had on my Wildcat, Arctic Cat Wildcat, it fit it perfectly. It doesn't fit this perfectly, but it fits, and it does a nice job. It doesn't move around too much. I also installed a backup camera. You can see it working there. My son actually bought me this thing for my bicycle, but I'll never pedal that thing backwards, so I said, heck, I'll put it on my 4-wheeler. And I installed the camera right down there. That works good. See, what am I missing here? Oh, the wireless remote. I put a wireless remote on the winch because I don't like to stand in the mud puddle, and this is what it looks like. I got it on Amazon for less than 20 bucks. Hit the out it goes. Works good. And how you tie into that, if you look up under the hood, take this thing off and look up, just right up over here towards the glove box. On top of the glove box, you'll see a plug. Has 3 wires on it. Wire the wiring from that remote into that, and you've got a wireless remote that works from quite a ways away. So it's been a good unit. I've enjoyed riding it. I never had to take it back for any warranty work. I've never really had any trouble with it. Other than that, I just make this simple video. It's not very professional, but I made it with my phone and just thought somebody would be interested. I know I'm missing something I've done, but